Cutting across now to the Parliament complex, where there is a silent protest taking place by Congress MPs. The party has in fact decided to tone down its protest after the twin train accidents in Madhya Pradesh. The Samajwadi Party, the JDU and the left have joined the protest. This amid speculation that the suspension of 25 Congress MPs may be revoked by the Speaker today. So you can see, in fact, in just a short moment from now, we'll get you a split image. Two pictures, one from yesterday of the same protest at the same spot which was being carried out by the Congress MPs. And the other will be a picture that you see right now of the protest that is taking place right now. The only visual distinction between what happened yesterday and what is happening today is that today the Janata Parivar seems to have joined in. Many members of the Samajwadi Party, of the JDU, have now joined in the protest along with the Congress Party near the Gandhi statue. Why are they doing this? They are doing this perhaps to put in more pressure on the Speaker. There is also news coming in that the Congress has decided to tone down its protests in Parliament in the light of the rail accident that has taken place. But nonetheless, this protest is still going on. Let's go across to Maha Siddiqui, who joins us for more on this story. Maha, the protest is still going on. While these symbolic protests are still going on, black flags are being waved, black bands have been, put up on the arm. Can you tell us a little about what the strategy is going to be inside the House? Will the House function or not?
Well, because the opposition is largely going to be out, since in solidarity with the 25 Congress MPs who were suspended for 5 days by the Speaker day before yesterday, there are other parties like the NCP, the TMC, who had already said that they are also not going to be attending Parliament. So we had seen yesterday the House was running smoothly, even though the BJD inside expressed concern over the fact that despite the opposition not being around, the House is functioning, and obviously it will, because there is nobody to disrupt it. But they had raised serious objections about the fact. Now, what we had learned, Sanket, is that even though the Congress was putting a very, being very stubborn about the fact that they are not going to go to the government or the Speaker asking for a revocation of the suspension, but we do know through our sources that the BJD, the TMC and the Samajwadi Party, the three parties are going to play moderators. They are going to request the Speaker to take back the suspension of 5 days of these 25 Congress MPs. Only 1 day of suspension has already happened yesterday, and it is likely that the Speaker might want to take back the suspension, because Sumitra Mahajan, remember, on the day before yesterday had said that she wants to set an example that House should not be continuously disrupted and placards should not be put up in such a manner that they actually block the view even of the Speaker. That's what she had taken offense to. So it is likely that these three parties might play a moderator today, but we'll have to wait and see what the Congress, the view of the Congress, because so far it has been saying that it is not at the beck and call of the government and it is not going to go to the Speaker to ask for a revocation.
That's right. Maha, do stay on with us. Let's quickly cut across live to this report that Ashar Ahmed Khan has sent.
This is the second day of the protest here outside in front of the Gandhi statue. We've seen that the Congress Vice President, former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, have already arrived. In fact, what is more special about this protest is that maybe the other members of other parties may also join this protest to show solidarity with the Congress Party. In fact, the demand of the Congress Party is still the same, that resignations of ministers should happen. Without that, House will not go on. And here, this is the second day. What we expect is all through the week, these protests of the Congress Party against the decision of the Speaker to suspend the 25 MPs will go on. With camera person Rajiv Shrivastava in Delhi, Ashar Khan for India Today.
So these are the two pictures, pictures from yesterday that you actually saw, where only Congress MPs were protesting, and the pictures that we are getting from the Parliament complex today, where the Congress MPs are now joined in by some members of the Janata Parivar, perhaps some sort of a showing of solidarity that is taking place in Parliament. Amid all this, there is this whole talk, Maha, that the Congress will tone down its protests because of because of the rail accident. I don't see that happening, because what you see near the Gandhi statue is that the pressure is continuously being mounted on the government. What will be interesting is what they will do inside the house.
The House. So 25 Congress MPs who have been suspended are of course going to stay out. They are not allowed inside. The rest of them are in solidarity boycotting Parliament. So we are likely only to see perhaps the Samajwadi Party go and make a point to the government in the House that this harsh measure that has been taken by the Speaker is not correct, and that's what they did even yesterday. We also know that the Biju Janata Dal had also raised serious objections, as I was pointing out yesterday inside the House, that how can the House run without a major chunk of the opposition not being present there. And Sanket, as you know, yesterday, Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, they had all come. They were part of the protest, but they went away. They did not attend Parliament. So clearly, Congress is bent upon making the government see its point, that they are not going to go ahead and attend Parliament, or at least tone down their protest inside or outside unless resignations are got. Rahul Gandhi spoke yesterday saying that it is not the Congress that is demanding the resignation, it's the people of the country who are demanding the resignation. That's the kind of spin he gave to the entire protest, saying I want the Prime Minister to listen to the Man Ki Baat of the people and not just talk and articulate his Man Ki Baat. So clearly the Congress and in the CPP also it was decided that they are going to stick to their stand. They will not step back. And the government, on the other hand, is being equally stubborn, if I can put it that way, because it is disrupting the House. The House has seen no business being transacted so far, because the government is also sticking to its stand that it will not yield to the demand of a resignation of anybody, be it Sushma Swaraj, Vasundhara Raje or Shivraj Singh Chauhan. So at the moment there is a stalemate, but as I was pointing out, at least three parties which are going to try today to make an effort to find a way forward, and so that there is no complete washout of the monsoon session. The Samajwadi Party, and interestingly even the NCP, said yesterday that they are open for a discussion. That's the stand the Samajwadi Party has taken since the beginning. But even NCP Supriya Sule said yesterday, okay, let's have a discussion, let's debate the issue. But the Congress still saying no discussion without resignation.
Absolutely. And if this statement by Mr. Venkaiah Naidu is anything to go by, which we are getting in our news server now, he says Sushma Swaraj is an asset, Shivraj Chauhan as well as Vasundhara Raje too are best performers. So he has completely ruled out, and the position of the BJP is very clear, Maha, that they are ruling out any form of resignation. This is confrontation. You will not be able to see any business in Parliament because the Congress and the opposition has taken a strong position. The government has taken a strong position.
Well, absolutely. The government has taken a very strong position, despite knowing the fact that the Congress is very belligerent at the moment. And especially in the Rajya Sabha, Sanket, if I can point out, in the Lok Sabha, of course, the government has a brute majority. So even when there has been a lot of chaos, we have seen the question hour at least going through as it is, when Sumitra Mahajan decided that despite the ruckus, she is going to conduct the business of the House. But the real problem is in the Rajya Sabha, because the government is in minority there and the voices of the opposition are very strong there. We have seen not just the Congress speaking there, but even people like Mayawati and Sitaram Yechuri making their point very clear that resignations are required in this entire aspect, not just of Lalit Modi issue, but also in Vyapam scam. Mayawati stood up and said that this is not a state subject, as the government is continuously pointing out. She said that deaths related to Vyapam, perhaps the investigation of course is still on, are taking place outside the state as well. So the government cannot only call it a state issue and deny a discussion in Parliament, which the government has been saying. The government in fact has been attacking the Congress, saying that if state issues are going to be discussed in Parliament, like Madhya Pradesh, then they will also discuss the issue of Goa and the scam allegedly related to the
Maha,
Congress regime.
it is likely, and this is an information that we have been getting, that perhaps this suspension could in fact be revoked by the Speaker. It will be interesting to know whether that actually happens through the course of the day. Thanks very much, Maha Siddiqui, for joining us with all the latest.